Tanner Scott has done what no Dodger has ever done. I'm going to get to that story. I don't know why I said it that way, but I want to get to that story. What a big win for the Dodgers, man. I'll tell you what, you can stumble. You can win 8 in a row and then have a stumble and lose one, but it's easy to get back on a losing track. But the Dodgers coming through in Dodger fashion. And does it always, it seems to me that every single game, the Dodgers do something that just makes you scratch your head and just go, wow, they just did that? And they did it again. That's what the Dodgers do. That's what winners do. That's what world champions do. And so Tanner Scott, I've never witnessed what Tanner Scott did. I was absolutely blown away to see Tanner Scott do what he did when he came in to finish that game off. It blew my mind. I was like, I started thinking back after going to over 500 some odd Dodger games when I used to work for him. I think about that stuff, and that's something I never saw done. And what did he do, Brad J? Well, Scott becomes the first major league pitcher since 2003 to earn a 3-pitch save while facing 3 batters. Scratch your head, my friend. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense, but it happened. 3 pitches, 3 batters, and you get to save. That is absolutely nutty to see that. And to witness it too as well. I couldn't believe it. Baseball's rarely easy as a 1-2-3, but the Dodgers reliever Tanner Scott, this is from MLB, not only got 3 outs required to lock down the save in the 9th inning of the 3-1 Vic over the Phillies. He did it on a mere 3 pitches. And it just is something. And you think about the 3-pitch save club. Who belongs in that club? It's an exclusive. It's not a big club, okay? Since they've been keeping track since '88 is when they started doing it. The other members of that club are Mariano Rivera. I mean, there you go. All right, that dude right there. That's the name I needed to see. If you're in a club with him, you're in a good club. Steve Reed did it '94, and Dwayne Ward did it as well, and Barry Jones too as well. So there you go. That is the exclusive club, the 3-out save club that Tanner Scott is now a part of. And I don't know how you cut it or how you frame that, but wow, that was absolutely darn cool to see that. All right. Hey, also subscribe to Dodgers Digest, man. We've been the fastest growing Dodger page. Hasn't even been a full year since we've been doing our thing, and we continue to rise through the ranks, and we appreciate that. That's because of you, the fans who like Dodger Digest and trust us to give you your daily Dodger info, and that's what we like to do. All right, what did Dave Roberts have to say about that save? I mean, Doc's always got something to say, right? Here we go. Dodger Digest quote of the day. Here it is. Doc speaking out about Tanner Scott's save. You don't see too many 3-pitch saves. He'll be ready to go Sunday as well. Look at Doc already talking about the next day. He's not talking, all right, we'll celebrate that as we do, but let's move on from that because he's ready to go. And that's what's awesome. 3 pitches, he gets the save, and he has full strength to be able to pitch today in the afternoon rubber match between the Phillies and the Dodgers. So big stuff there. Dave Roberts, I like what he said on that. But let's go to the game, man. I got to say right now, I got to apologize to Max Muncy. Okay? And I think a few of you out there probably owe Max an apology. Max goes 3 for 4 last night and stepped up in the game. I give him a lot of credit on that because when I saw the lineup, I groaned. I was like, oh, man. You bring Fiducia up. You don't put him in any of the first 2 games. Is he going to play today? What's up with Will Smith? There's all these questions still. Like, look, I can relish in the win and the Tanner Scott save. I can relish in that. That's fine. And also Sasaki did good, so we got to give credit. He is on track, and I think that's just really going to help his confidence. I like the way Roberts pulled him out of that game a little bit earlier. That was kind of a good thing, too, because you want his confidence to be up no matter what. But with that being said, I'm sorry, Max. I was harping on you, and a few people chimed in saying, Max is playing again, and blah, blah, blah. And, hey, look, Kike hadn't been doing very good either until he hit the 2-run home run. So I was kind of down on that lineup, but you got to remember baseball is a marathon, not a sprint. You're playing it for the long haul. Don't get caught up in the emotions, yada, yada, yada. So if a guy's lagging and not having a game that he should have, or he's had 3 games that he didn't do, or he's 2 for like 25 or whatever max was, you got to just, it's baseball. You'll come out of it. And he was not using the torpedo bat, too. So it seems like Max brought that torpedo bat in for 3 at-bats, did not get on base, did not get a hit, then set it down and said no more, and then got the 2 RBIs a few games ago on that. So, but how about, let's just spend a moment on Conforto. What is up on that dude? The silent assassin. You don't even know that he just goes through his business, hits home runs, gets meaningful hits when it needs to happen. Conforto, what a pickup he was to bookend the outfield positions with Teo and Conforto. And he's the silent assassin. He continues to just do his thing. And just with all the hoopla on the rest of the team, he kind of gets lost in the shadows. But then all of a sudden, he's hitting one out. And people are like, what? Conforto? Yeah, we have Conforto on the team. So good stuff there. Lineup Gomes. I was bummed when I saw the lineup. Dodgers produced. They get the win 3-1. Back on the winning stuff. And then you got to really close this out. Now, what I've always said, and you'll know that I've always said this too. I've always said that you got to win the series no matter what. So drop a game out of 3 against the team, but you got to win 2. All right, if it's a 4-game series, you got to win 3. If it's a 2-game series, well, you should win both of them. So you got to win the series, and that's what the Dodgers have to continue to do. All right, Shohei could be pitching sooner than you think. He threw another bullpen session. What is going on with that? Okay, I'm going to say it right now. I was a guy that was like saying, okay, Shohei should just be a DH. I've said it. Sorry, I got a little cough today. So Shohei, I was always like, Shohei should be DH. He should not, pitch. You don't need him to pitch. You got plenty of pitchers on the team. Why have Shohei pitch? Why take the chance of Shohei getting hurt, needing another shoulder surgery or Tommy John or whatever because he's pitching? So I've said that. And you know what? I feel like going back on that call, I think that I like the plan. You look at what Dave Roberts' plan is with Shohei. It's the same plan that I was basically saying with the Dodgers, like what they needed to do with Shohei and how he needs to be brought back in and all that. And I think that the 7-day plan that Roberts has said is basically, he thinks trying to keep him on a similar 7-day program. So every 6 days, like what they would do with the Dodgers, because the Dodgers plan to use the 6-man rotation when Shohei is in the mix. And you're not going to have to use these guys as much, or you can count on them to pitch a little bit extra. It's going to be a good setup for the Dodgers, and I'm actually, more and more this goes on, the more and more I am ready for this. And I've always said, if you keep him ready on the side, and you keep him pitching, keep him in it, because baseball is a routine, keep him on that routine, and I feel like that is the way to go with Shohei. So looking for him to come back, and when he is back, Dave Roberts has said, the Dodgers plan to use a 6-man rotation when he comes back. So the show, when he comes back, 6-man rotation when he's ready to pitch. And that's how it's looking for the Dodgers, right? Glasnow versus Sanchez. Still, Fiducia got called up. Haven't seen him play. That's 2 games. Well, Sanchez, who's had luck against him? Pajes has had luck. Barnes, Edman, Teo, Ohtani, Kike have all had some luck against Sanchez. But he's also coming with a very low ERA, too. I think his ERA is 1.69 going into this game. So 1 o'clock start on the East Coast. Glasnow versus Sanchez. This is Dodger Digest. Brad J with you. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Thanks for tuning in. And as you go through your day, my friends, just always remember to think Dodger Blue.